Word of the Week, Sunday, August 24th, the Jesus Response. Our first reading is from Hebrews 12, 7 and 11 to 13. Endure hardship as discipline. God is treating you as God's children. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Therefore, strengthen your feeble arms and weak knees. Make level paths for your feet, so that the lame may not be disabled, but rather healed. The second reading is from Luke 13, 23 to 24. Someone asked Jesus, "Lord, will only a few people be saved?" He answered them, "Strive to enter through the narrow gate, for many, I tell you, will attempt to enter, but will not be strong enough." Reflection. The original meaning of the word discipline in Hebrew and Latin is instruction, learning, training, and correction. Today's readings remind us to persist in the way rather than forget what our journey is about, let go of our practices, or lose heart when the way doesn't seem clear. Our discipline of daily contemplative prayer opens us more fully to the flame of divine love that we reflected on last week. In love's furnace, as our consent deepens to surrender, all that is not needed, all that is not love, is burned and released so that love can intensify in us and radiate into the world. Like the writer of Hebrews, Dietrich Bonhoeffer reminds us that, quote, grace costs, that grace means following Christ, unquote, from the cost of discipleship. This grace suffers deeply for love. The path and process of centering prayer opens us to God's here, now presence, and also to God's purifying action. Like Jesus, we can expect difficulties. This is the narrow gate found by few when we persist, fortified by remembering the fruits of our relationship with God and trusting this transformative journey of purification, of letting go, and letting go some more. Thomas Keating reflects on this process. Quote, God is totally committed to the transformation of each of us into God's self. It is essential for people to pass through interior purification and angst, including what St. John of the Cross calls the dark nights. The word dark in Spanish really means obscure. You don't see where you are spiritually, nor do you see the positive results of your labors. You don't see anything. This is the greatest security because it is no security. End quote. Accepting no security and releasing control, we let go, die to the old self, and let grace guide and support us. Quote, to learn to be grateful in such situations brings the deepest peace and contentment, end quote, Thomas continues. And, quote, in the process of dying, of letting go, the only thing that actually dies is our thoughts. Or to be precise, what will die is our sense of being separate from God, end quote, from mind to the heart. Meditations. There are 4 meditations today. The first is from Cynthia Bourgeault from The Heart of Centering Prayer, Nondual Christianity in Theory and Practice. Cynthia begins. It was 10 years into my practice before I realized that the theological basis for centering prayer lies in the principle of kenosis, Jesus' self-emptying love that forms the core of his own self-understanding and life practice. The Gospels themselves make it clear that Jesus is specifically inviting us to this journey and modeling how to do it. Once you see this, it's the touchstone throughout all his teachings. Let go. Don't cling. Don't hoard. Don't assert your importance. Don't fret. Do not be afraid, little flock. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. From Luke 12:32. And it's the same core gesture we practice in centering prayer, thought by thought by thought. You could really summarize centering prayer as kenosis in meditation form. Cynthia continues, it's a willing divestment of all possessions, even up to and including personal consciousness. Slowly, steadily, centering prayer patterns into its practitioners what I would call the quintessential Jesus response, the meeting of any and all life situations by the complete free giving of oneself. End quote. The second meditation is from Gerald May, The Dark Night of the Soul. We cannot liberate ourselves. Our defenses and resistances will not permit it. To guide us toward the love that we most desire, we must be taken where we could not and would not go on our own. And, lest we sabotage the journey, we must not know where we are going. Deep in the darkness, way beneath our senses, God is instilling another better love and deeper, more urgent longings that empower our willingness for all the necessary relinquishments along the way. End quote. The third meditation is from Ilia, Delio, Why Christianity is Uncomfortable. Ilia writes, Christianity should exist in the tension between creative transformation and purification, welcoming the refining fire that consumes whatever obstructs love while building communities of profound compassion. Fire does not leave things unchanged. It either purifies precious metals, making them stronger and more beautiful, or it consumes what cannot withstand its heat. End quote. And the last meditation is from Seng, quoted in Eknath, Easwaran, Word to Live By. Do not like, do not dislike. All then will be clear.
There are 3 practices to engage this week. The first practice is prayerfully reread these passages again in the manner of Lectio Divina, reading them aloud to engage more of your senses and feel the vibrations in your body. Gaze at the image. What do you receive for your journey now? Practice number 2. Practice the welcoming prayer to deepen your practice of letting go in ordinary life. Be sure to start with the sensations in the body. The body lives in the present moment and never lies. Even if you forget to use this practice in the moment, if the sensations of the event are still with you later, practice the welcoming prayer. The email contains a playlist of videos which may assist you in your welcoming practice. Practice number 3. Consider attending a multi-day retreat this year to deepen your practice and the transformative process. You may find in-person and online options on the website calendar. Or you may wish to create your own retreat at home, unplugging from commitments and media, adding extra periods of centering prayer, a time of spiritual reading, resting, body movement, etc. Even setting one day aside for retreat can be a great gift of deepening. A few notes. Post your reflections and your prayer requests using the links in today's email. By clicking on the subscribe link on the right-hand side of a thread, you can receive email notifications when someone posts a comment or a prayer request. Two live Word of the Week prayer chapels are offered to support your journey. Each prayer group has a slightly different reflection excerpt. Therefore, some participants attend both. The groups meet on Tuesday from 8 to 9 a.m. Central Time, Chicago time, and on Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m. Central Time. You'll find the link to join these prayer groups in today's email. There are also additional opportunities to support your silent prayer practice and spiritual journey on the Meditation Chapel, a Zoom-enabled worldwide meditation community. All groups are free and open to all. You can find out more by clicking on the link in today's email.